Chapter 4. Greetings. After a successful landing on Duna and taking stock of all of the fuel remaining, we still have sufficient amount to safely return to Kerbin, and since we can't really do any more science here, or never could to begin with, we're gonna take off and skedaddle. Hide the landing struts. Really is a shame that I couldn't do any science here. I wish I could do this in my actual game, because so far this probably would have netted me quite a few hundreds of points. But oh well. Still got lots of food remaining, and those are completely full and not counted here, so that's excellent. Just disabled them for the time being to save me the trouble of having to transfer the resources when I jettison that stage. Just run out of fuel on this thing. Running on fumes now. Yeah, as soon as I reach a stable orbit, I'm gonna have to transfer all the fuel back into here. And in fact, I don't really need these guys anymore. this guy anymore. And that should gain me a bit more of delta V. These guys I'm gonna keep because they still have RCS fuel in there. And in fact, I'm gonna help myself a little bit here. But first, need to circularize the orbit. And fast forward. So I'm debating right now. I have about 4000 delta V, which is plenty to come back to Kerbin, but I'm wondering if I can land on the moon here. Sounds very risky. I don't have that much fuel left. So I probably am not gonna do that. And just burn straight for Kerbin. Alright. So that's good. Now do some maintenance here. Transfer the fuel, whatever is remaining. Okay, so that's full. Not very symmetrical, and I don't have the mods to balance it out, but I guess it will have to do. I'm gonna balance it out manually the best I can. Don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference. Okay, so definitely decided not to go to the local moon, so because of that I'm decoupling this. Activating the engine and balancing this fuel out. Close enough. Close enough. Alright, check this out. Doing that gained me another few hundred delta V, and I am good to go and go back into the interplanetary space. Kerbin, set as target. I wonder if I can encounter this guy and use it to... I guess meeting up with him will require way too much delta V, so I'm not gonna do that. I'll just go with this. Left this guy to float forever around Duna. Okay, and when I reach into interplanetary space, I will have to do an EVA and repack all of my parachutes, because I'm very skeptical that this thing is actually going to perform well in atmosphere, and I don't want to risk it. So, fast forward a little bit. And off we go. And I'm gonna help myself with RCS. I don't want to waste it. It's still, as little as this, it's still extra thrust, and the sooner I can get rid of it, the sooner I can jettison this extra tanks and gain even more delta V. Well, 4 minutes. It's almost 2 minutes to burn. In the meantime, it's going back out. Alright, time to pause this. Hello again. As you can see, my escape burn has not finished yet, but I have a lot of delta V, and just for the hell of it, I thought I would try to rendezvous and at least orbit this guy. So, first of all, I'm gonna see how much it will cost me, and if it's worth doing. It's a 3-minute burn. Because I figured obviously it's gonna be a lot of fuel that's gonna go to this, but at least later on I can hopefully use this guy to help me, you know, achieve a better escape assistance or trajectory or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna try this. And again, helping myself with RCS. It's almost out. And these are completely empty. That's our new target, Ike. Oh, by the way, yesterday I went to an astronomers meetup at Virginia Living Museum, which is right around the corner from me. And yeah, that's pretty cool because they had a lot of amateur astronomers as well as professors from local colleges gathered there with their telescopes, and I actually got to see through the big telescope that they have permanently there. Yeah, Jupiter looked pretty nice, and Mars. Got to see the, some nebula, and apparently they meet every second Saturday of every month. So on average twice a month. If you're interested, I'll let you know where it is and when. Yeah. In the meantime, I'm pausing X. Alright. So I finished that burn and set up another trajectory, and from the looks of it, I'm gonna intercept it, and then it's gonna put me in some sort of an orbit around Ike. So I'm gonna try it out, and it's a pretty short burn compared to whatever other things I've tried. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. Oh, even shorter than I thought, 26 seconds. Still got 3 hours to go. And yeah, this one I hopefully will not miss. It's one of those intercepts that seem too good to be true. Oh, and I missed it. Of course. Oh well. I'll take what I can get. Okay, despite me missing the node, I have nonetheless managed to achieve something, and the apoapsis is pretty good safe distance away. So I'm gonna go ahead and burn and see what happens. Oh, things are changing on me. Alright, and I'm on collision course, of course. And I cannot set any targets. Goodness. That's what I want to do. And I want to do it now. And I'll come back once again. Okay, so that situation has been fixed. I'm no longer going to crash into Ike. And in the meantime, I need to go ahead and burn for stable orbit. Still got fuel in here. Alright, good enough. That way I get both close approach and long approach. So I can pretend that I did a lot of science here. night side of Ike. Alright, while this is happening, my daughter needs me. I'll be back.